Oh, hello. Today, I I'm hoping I can stream for around 2 hours, maybe a little more, maybe a little less ideally, but we'll see. But I wanted to do some runs of the challenge quests for the new Gilfest, and not just the one for the lore, because I've gotten all of or both lores from both finale challenge quests in the event, the rerun and the new one. But that still leaves a good number of challenge quests that I haven't done, including basically none of the brand new ones. So I actually have not read up on the new challenge quests at all, basically, other than the very first one, which I did on stream last week. So, I don't know, actually I think I will go ahead and look up some information on these instead of just going in completely blind. These only cost 1 AP, so going in blind is actually not that big a deal, but you do lose a lot of time, and maybe time is kind of a, somewhat important issue here rather than just AP, because I don't have that much time to do all these quests. So you can see this is my 3 turn for the 3rd node, and it uses double waver, or the final node, and it uses double waver, Archer Jean, Scotty, and Arash to make it work. There are ways to make this work using crits in turn 1, but with crits you can't automate it, because you always have to select exactly which cards you choose, and there's usually some RNG. You can also get around the RNG by using certain servants, like say Gilgamesh, such, but I have not really developed a great system for that kind of thing, so I figured I'd just use Archer Jean and go with the looping method with her. I was hoping that would be the mirror. Alright, so I'm at 48,600, which means that is 81 more boxes. I've already opened 60, I think. I've opened 60, I got 81 more boxes, so I'm at 141 boxes. Which unfortunately is not as many as I'd like, especially with, because I'd love to get more Heroes Proofs, but this is a decent place. Oh, Atalante with double Scotty. So I figured that could work, but if I'm being honest, I never quite got the hang of the double Scotty system, and yeah, maybe I should try giving that kind of thing a shot at some point. I do have an NP1 Atalante. Or NP2, actually. I didn't know she was NP2. And her first skill is level 10. I should think about seeing it. And I don't know if the 3rd skill needs to be level 10 or 9 is good enough. But I know that 3rd skill provides a 3-turn NP charge up. Oh, it uses a base K-scope. Oh, right. Yeah, so I don't have I have enough K-scopes to make that work. I guess, yeah, the thing is I wanted to use the event damage C, but then the event damage C doesn't matter if you can do enough damage with the K-scope anyway, right? If you don't need the damage buffs. Yeah, I might try. Well, we don't have that much time left in this event, so it's not really much of an issue. But, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't need MLB. Yeah, I figured. Because you can just do it, get that 20% NP charge somewhere else, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I think I have 3 K-scopes on this account and 4 on my NA account. So still waiting for that elusive MLB, but I do know that the MLB is not, strictly speaking, necessary. Now, okay, so among all these challenge quests, you can see that I still have 2 of the reruns left to do, and basically all of the new ones. I don't know if I'm gonna complete all of them or anything, but I want to at least try running through the ones that look interesting and seem to have interesting or desirable rewards. And we'll see if I can actually manage them. The Mage MC. Yep, 20%. And you have the last 3 left? Oh yeah, just these? The Romulus and Achilles and her? Friend Argent Altar, nice. Well, I don't have an Argent Altar on this account. Maybe I should try using him on my NA account though, because I haven't done much with him. Oh, the rerun. Oh, right, the rerun. Okay, so yeah. You know, I actually found the Romulus quest to be somewhat easier than this quest, I'd say. Even though the Romulus quest wasn't exactly trivial, once you got the hang of it, I feel like it's pretty manageable. The rules are not that hard to figure out. So I'm looking at the rewards and the quest, and I kind of want to try this Gorgon Sisters quest. But what is the actual gimmick on this? Romulus was hell on JP? Oh yeah? I had some pretty good luck with him in my NA account using Saber Shiki. Because Saber Shiki had that ability to remove her own debuffs with her NP. And she kills all the mobs with her NP as well. But I had a lot more trouble with my Korean account trying to use Musashi. I ended up using a support Artoria to pull it off. Took me like 3 or 4 tries. 4 or 5 tries. Yeah. So Battle for New York features 3 Gorgon Sisters. Let's see, actually, can I? This is what I'm looking at. That have gender-based gimmicks. Steno and Uriel are anti-male, targeting female servants. Ooh. They summon Medusa after one is broken. If you bring females, they drain. Ooh, wow. You have males. Okay, so it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Okay, thank you. With Medusa, no break, but with a higher HP pool. Once either of the 2 reaches break, cast Taunt on herself, apply 100% damage resistance buff. So you have to kill Medusa first after she gets summoned. With their NP type. Arts for Uriel, Buster for Stena. Medusa resists quick busters. Okay, yep, based on their NP. 1 on death buffs. Weaker version of their card. Oh, wow, to the survivors. 50%. Yikes, that's pretty huge. Will cause debuff, success rate, and special attack charm buffs to. Oh wow, 10 turns. It needs to be as close to each other as possible. Divine, female, and heaven. Yeah, okay, so if you use females, you have to burst them down real quickly, and if you use males, you might have a little more flexibility, but you have to deal with charms. So either way, yeah. Oh, Enkidu and Qin Shi Huang are not affected by anti-female or anti-male. Argent Altar, most powerful damage dealer choice. 2 turning this stage even at NP1. Okay. Maybe I'll try using a support Argent Altar. Either Argent Altar or Enkidu. Ah, okay, well I have neither on my Korean account. Use damage dealers who can deal significant damage through normal cards. Or alternatively use 2 damage dealers with Buster and Arts MP types. Should deploy as many damage supports as possible. Be difficult to the... yeah. So I'm thinking I probably do want to go with females. Because the strongest... But then again, maybe I should try bringing a support Enkidu. Can I find a support Enkidu? Or Qin Shi Huang? Because my Qin Shi Huang is 9/9, and this Enkidu is unfortunately not at a very good state in terms of... I could also bring a support Arjuna Altar. Level 92 NP3 is pretty solid. Always the best choice, yeah? Yeah, that's what I've heard. To be honest, Arjuna Alter is like basically an absolute killer choice in almost any context. The only issue is I don't have a lot of experience at all using him, so I'm not sure if I can make great use out of him. But if I can just have him Unga Bunga and NP down some enemies quickly, that might be what I need from him. So I can use him with Merlin. Now this is an anti-mail defense buff, so it's useless in this situation. And I don't think Charm Resist or anything like that is going to be all that helpful. And if I want to build up... There's a lot of charm issues on this team. So we can NP right away with this. Okay, this is kind of a strange setup. We'll see if this works. I don't mind if I fail very quickly. I think if I fail quickly, that's not a bad situation. It's not a good C for this. I need a 4-star C. Passive NP gain would be good. Maybe something that... Okay, this wastes the effect for the actual NP, but it does give 5% free NP passive. And she's definitely not the right choice here. I guess an assassin or a lancer makes sense. Or an alter ego, but I don't have any really solid alter egos choices. I could try Medusa Lily. I don't know if she's a great choice. And I'm kind of lacking in heals here in the back, but the idea here I'm thinking is that Scotty can buff Arjuna Alter and help him NP again, basically. She can provide the free 50% NP to Arjuna Alter so that he can NP. But I mean, we'll see. Let's see how this works out. Again, if I fail quickly, that's not a bad deal. I'm not... Obviously, I'd like to win all of these, but if I end up running all of them but failing, I guess that I'll live with that. To be honest, losing out on a ticket and some materials in terms of the game, like the value that you lose, not that huge. A single ticket isn't that huge a deal. It's just more about satisfaction of completing these quests. So here we need to break their bars, one of their bars first. And Arjuna Alter's busters cannot hurt Steno, because Steno has a buster debuff. But now I'm thinking I can actually... So we're gonna do this. Let's not NP with him this turn. Yeah, we're not gonna NP with him this turn, but we're gonna use that Buster Chain. Ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna use the Buster Chain. I want to get help Merlin get his NP up, even if trying to use his NP might be a foolish endeavor here, because we do need to get these guys quickly without giving them much of an opportunity to stun us, right? Because Charm Lock is a very, very real danger. So basically we want to kill Uriel here, or break her bar. Medusa will come out. Then we can kill her with Arjuna. His NP. His NP shouldn't do any damage at all to the other sisters, but they will be... Then will be ready to actually damage them. Actually, let's do this. We don't need to use his quick card because we don't care about getting his NP up. Just want to break her bar. Oof, that's a lot of HP. Holy cow. I didn't realize I'd be getting that much. Alright, so now Medusa has taunt. Oof. Arjuna Alter still has all his buffs. So now we're gonna go hard on his NP. Not a great hand for using his NP, but we'll do this so that maybe Arjuna Alter can get some of his NP back. I might also be able to use the cooldown reduction at some point to also cycle Arjuna Alter's NP. Okay, so that did... well, not enough to kill Medusa, obviously, but I think it took away about half of her HP, something like that. Okay, so now we got... I think we might be able to kill Medusa on this turn, but we also have the NPs to deal with, and particularly hers. Now, we can't do much about Steno's insta-kill. If the insta-kill goes off, then we're just fucked. Or at least one person is, but at least they have single target NPs. So I'm gonna use the invul to just protect everyone against Uriel's NP. Now I'm tempted to use the cooldown reduction on Merlin, but I think the best option here is actually using Arjuna Alter's Brave Chain to take down Medusa. I think his Brave Chain, Buster Arts, is going to be strong enough to take her down. Oh no, it's not, because he doesn't have the buffs. Okay. It will do a good job, but it won't be enough. If he had a Buster Chain, I think that would have been enough. Okay, so this is Steno. Okay, the charm is okay. I was worried about the insta-kill. Now please, attack Arjuna Alter. Please charm Arjuna Alter here. Arjuna Alter, please, I'll attack it. No. Alright, I might need to use cooldown, or not cooldown reduction, debuff cleanse here. I need to kill Medusa this turn, I have no options. Even if I use cooldown reduction on Waver, I can't charge his NP up to full. So I'm gonna debuff cleanse him. So let's do that. I'm pretty sure his first Buster is gonna be enough. And then Waver's Arts card should do some damage to Steno. So the nice thing is Steno gets 0 Arts buffs. Arts will always hit her full on. The main problem though is Arjuna Alter doesn't have so many Arts cards and not many great ones. Alright, so now we can actually NP with Merlin. I'm worried about Arjuna Alter. So Arts... So I need to avoid using Buster on her, and I need to avoid using Arts on her. So I have an Arts chain. I'm tempted to use Waver's first skill to charge Merlin's NP up to full. I feel like that healing might be very, very good here. Fuck it, I'm really worried that Waver might die. I'm also worried that Arjuna Alter might die, so we're gonna protect him this turn. I'm thinking even if he dies, I really need him to NP at least one more time before he goes. That might be a stretch, I'm not sure. Waver can get 40% next turn. So I'm just gonna go straight up with Merlin's Brave Chain because Waver will have no problem getting 40% from his second and third skills and Merlin's first skill, providing, well, straight up 40% NP charge. So I can charge up Waver's NP to full. But a bigger question is Arjuna Alter. Arjuna Alter will also get 40%, but that'll only bring him up to 90%. So if the enemy can attack Arjuna Alter here... Okay, perfect, perfect. Yes, and because she's an assassin, she does less damage against the casters, so that's good. Arjuna Alter gets his NP up. Can use Waver's NP. I think that Arts Chain is too juicy to let up, actually, because of the fact that Steno takes full damage from Arts, half damage from Quick, no damage from Buster. So anytime I have Arts cards, it's good to use them on Steno. And I'm not going to get that many opportunities to do a full-on Arts Brave Chain by either Waver or Merlin, both of whom have class advantage, even though neither of them has the event damage buff, so neither of them is going to do nearly as much damage as Arjuna Alter, but the amount of damage Waver can do with the Brave Chain is pretty solid. Come on. Oh! Thank God, I was so worried that they might target Arjuna Alter. Okay, now we're in more trouble because we don't have a way to protect anyone other than Arjuna Alter with that guts. But in the meanwhile, let's just go all in, go real heavy on Arjuna Alter doing a shit ton of damage here. I'm hopeful that I can actually kill Uriel, because she doesn't have any Buster debuffs or Buster defense buffs. Okay, overcharge for Arjuna Alter reduces the enemy Buster resistance, so we're just gonna use that. And unfortunately, the arts cards aren't gonna do any damage. So we don't have a good hand here for trying to kill Uriel. So we're just gonna have to roll the dice and hope that Arjuna Alter's NP kills Uriel. And we're gonna go with Arjuna Alter's arts card on Steno in the hopes that his NP will kill Uriel and his arts card will damage Steno. Maybe I should have targeted Uriel, because if I end up not killing Uriel here, then maybe it's preferable for the arts card to target her. But I'm thinking the Buster card, his NP is not going to hurt Steno at all. So if I can do any sort of damage to Steno, that'll be pretty good. Wait, his Buster actually hurts Steno? Nice! Okay, that worked. But that's kind of confusing. I thought Steno had a full-on 100% defense buff against Busters. Maybe there's some way that... Maybe it's a 100% damage cut or something, and since the NP has a greater than 100 multiplier... Yeah, I don't know. In any case, I'm not complaining. I'll take that. Oh, nice. That works out. She attacked Caster, which has defensive resistance. Oof. Now, do I want to use his Buster Brave Chain? Well, his Buster cards are the only ones that have any crits on them, so let's go ahead and use them, because the Buster NP worked last time, so it's gonna actually do damage. Yeah, even without the crits. Oh, what? A 50-50 70% crit. Not a single one of them critted. The odds of that happening are 1 in 4 times 3 out of 10. So, what? 3 out of 40. Roughly 7.5%. It's exactly 7.5% chance of that happening. So, yeah, got pretty unlucky. But it does look like this fight is going to be over. Oh, hello, Nat. Thank you for coming by. Hope you're doing well. As you can see, I've just finishing up this challenge quest. Which, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time to stream yesterday, but I did do the finale challenge quest. So today I wanted to try to get through some of the others, specifically just any of the ones that looked like they might be fun and interesting. And I like the idea of fighting the Gorgon sisters. So I'd say I got pretty lucky here. And also bringing a support Arjuna Alter, who's, excuse me, NP3, is obviously very beneficial. You needed to sleep for once? Yeah, also, yeah, you know, I understand. I also started very late. I think I started around the same time as now, actually. I think I just started my stream yesterday, right around this time, because I had some stuff in the evening, so I had to start late. But anyway, since I have work today and tomorrow and the rest of the week, I won't be streaming too much into the evening, but I still have the ability to do... Like, tomorrow evening, I think I'll be able to do some quests as well. But today, I think I want to get through maybe 2 or 3, we'll see. So, out of all the rewards here... Oh, I kind of want to try the Ellie one. I heard that the Ellie quest was actually pretty fun. Nagao was... Oh, nice! Congrats! So Nagao Kagetora, she's a single target Lancer, right? So that's perfect for that. Yeah, I remember that one. You really need a strong single target Lancer to handle that. I soloed it with one Lancer, but I couldn't solo it with another one. Yeah. So alright, let's take a look at the actual description here. Yeah, I haven't touched Ellie at all yet. I haven't done any of these quests in NA or KR, actually. So, yeah, I try to do all of these on stream, and unfortunately I haven't been able to do a lot of them on stream at all. But yeah, I heard this one was really fun. So we have a mandatory Brave Ellie support. She's 10-10-10, which is nice. She levels up when killing enemies. Delayed buff. Enhance her abilities at the end of the turn. 3 stats that can be leveled up, obtaining meat, the blah blah blah. Buster raises attack, Quick raises max HP, Arts raises P gain. Okay, and I can't let Elizabeth Bathory die at all. Oh, she can solo this encounter? Wow. I might try a solo, but I don't know how a solo would have to be structured. The enemies resist damage from other servants. I see. So you have to rely on her to do everything anyway. Leonidas Okada. And Jaguar. Oh, well, you did Jaguar. That's pretty good. I haven't been able to manage Jaguar this year. I think I managed last year, but that's a really tough quest. Metal Ghost enemies will drop a type of meat. All stats. Okay. But they will retreat after 3 turns. 1 boss. Special... Okay, all servants except... Yeah. Avoid killing the villager enemy. They do not drop any meat. Small reward if they're the last surviving mob. Okay. With offensive class first. Looking charm for 2 turns after break. Oh, huh. Haunt support. Damage, defensive, healing support. Well, I can try going in with a pretty standard team for supporting Liz Bathory. Clown Quest? Oh yeah? I don't know much about, or really anything about how that one's set up. So I'm thinking to support Liz. Support Liz or go for the speedrun bonuses? I see. I'm thinking Liz can actually support Liz very well because she's a Lancer, she can take care of archers, and she provides extra damage buff for her. Hard to say if this is the right choice, but maybe instead of helping her in P, maybe just making crit stars. To get all kills with Liz, then you can't get speedrun. Okay, so you either do a speedrun where you're basically killing the enemies really quickly, or you get through the rounds really quickly, or you also take time to kill the mobs and everything so that you level up, I guess? That seems to be the idea. And so that you go into the final level very strong. Now, who's the final boss? What? Oh, actually, if I'm only gonna go for support, maybe I should bring some... Okay, Liz needs to take the killing blow. I see. Maybe I could try bringing just a whole bunch of taunt supports so that if characters die, then Liz can stay on to just kill everyone while Haunters come in and just keep protecting her. You want at least special bonuses on the mid-bosses? Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna try a tactic using a lot of taunters. Just let people die, because I really need Liz to be the one. She's the star, right? Fittingly enough. So I'm gonna try this. Try being the operative word. But we have plenty of time in terms of... Well, I guess we have plenty of AP. And... I guess I could bring Mosh a little bit more up close. I'm tempted to bring Mosh up front instead of Lancer Liz. But Mosh, Merlin, and a DPS is, to be honest, somewhat of a boring setup that I've done so many times before. So I want to play it a little bit less safe here just for the heck of it. See how it goes, and if I fail, I fail, and I can try again. We'll see. But like I said, this fight is one I've heard good things about. And in fact, I really like the not the Leonidas fight, which, although I did like it in the original, I really, really like the Romulus fight. For a finale fight, I think they did a good job making it difficult without making it feel like the Narrowfest finale, the original, where it just felt like you were being just rammed from all sides without any lube, just like so much coming up against you. With the Romulus fight, you can actually somewhat manage it, and there's some pretty clear rules of what to follow and everything. You don't even remember how you beat it last time? Yeah, so again, on my NA account, I use Saber Sheik. I think an AoE Saber is really a big key for that fight, in my opinion. That was my experience. That being able to kill the mobs consistently while also dealing good damage to... Yeah, while also dealing good damage to Leonidas himself, I think, is a big key to that fight. Use Da Vinci Rider. Okay, I don't know enough about Da Vinci Rider myself to say, but she's really good at looping, right? So that could work, right? And she's an AoE arts rider, so if you can keep looping NPs with her... I tried to do that with my level 100 NP2 Hokusai, but her not having class advantage proved to be too much of an issue for my team to overcome, sadly. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Maybe I should have saved it, but I think it's gonna be on cooldown anyway. Favor time. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, nice. We killed him. Now, this rider. Okay, that's kind of lucky. As long as they don't target the casters, it's somewhat manageable. I really want to kill that berserker. I did that mainly for the NP, or for the HP heal. Summer Majin. Oh, nice. Is that the first 5-star for the new summer event? Congrats. I know Summer Kama is supposed to be the next one, right? I think that's what the rumors were. Let's see. I'm thinking there's almost no way that I'm gonna kill this Berserker this turn. And I think, looking at their levels, the Berserker is definitely the biggest danger. And again, the Berserker only does 1.5. Oh, SSRs are Saber. Oh, right, Okita Alter. Right, I forgot about that. Okita Alter. So is Summer Majin one of the 4-stars on Saber Okita then? Is it another set of two 4-stars for each and a 5-star? Because I know they've had 3 4-stars. Oh, Majin's... Oh, that's what it is. Majin is what you call Okita? I didn't know that. I see. But yeah, I know in the first summer event we had we had 3 4-stars. And oh, nice, that worked out. That Buster crit, absolutely huge. I wasn't expecting that to crit. Live with that, but we need Merlin's NP soon. You failed for Bunny Archer, yeah. I mean, well, you just have to. Or there's not much you can do, sadly, right? When it comes to gacha, you're just gonna have to fail a lot of times, especially when it comes to FGO. It just happens. Alright, so she does 38k neutral with the Buster buff from Merlin. Without the Buster buff, she's probably going to do around 25 in that range. So I don't know if she has enough to... I can get Merlin's NP up next turn regardless of what cards I choose. So I'm going to go for damage here. Sure, Anastasia! Oh, and Charlotte. Nice! Oh, right, that's the one where Charlotte jumped up from 1-star to 4-star, right? Which is pretty nice. Charlotte's pretty cute. I haven't played with her at all or anything, but as a 1-star, she seems like a pretty serviceable single-target assassin, I think. Sei, Shonagon, and Canis. Oh, Canis. She's the blonde, isn't she? Or is she? I don't remember. Okay, so... Wait, I think this is an enemy that you want to kill, but has a chance of dodging attacks. So I'm gonna actually use Merlin's NP here. I don't need to use the Buster chain, the arts chain of Wodim. Oh, the servant of the blonde pretty boy. Right, right. Okay, I think I vaguely remember that about him. 30k damage cut. And a chance based of it. Oh, wow. Okay, so you need to do at least 30k in one hit, huh? And I think I heard that this guy has a... Yeah, like, goes away after 3 turns or something. So you want to kill him relatively quickly. Yeah, 3 turns. Alright, thank you. Well, I'm gonna use that invul so that the taunt is completely wasted, basically. So what if I do that? Come on. Please, dodge! Yes, okay. I was like, please, dodge, do not trigger. Let's go through that dodge, and so I got lucky. That was a very risky roll of the dice. I think even without her buff, that NP is going to be strong enough because of the event damage buff. Nice, yeah. It wasn't strong enough by that much, but it was. Nice, okay. It's a good place to be. So, with the invul, that archer is not going to do jack against her. And now we have Liz Lancer to help out. Now, do I want her to NP? If she NPs, she'd certainly kill the archer, but the berserkers will be okay. And also, the Saber Liz won't be the one who got the last hit. But maybe killing the archer in one hit is okay, and what we'll do instead is then kill this berserker, or no, target this berserker. Yeah, this might not be the smartest move, but I'm kind of worried about having an archer and 2 berserkers on there. So if I can actually get rid of at least 2 of the enemies here by using her NP followed by Saber Liz's cards. Oh, shit. She didn't kill the archer. Okay, well. At least we killed the berserker. That's actually somewhat better. It's actually somewhat better. Oh, wait! I didn't notice that the taunt was still up. I thought the taunt was gonna be only 1 turn. Well, they each only get 1 hit. 6 turns. Holy cow, that's pretty big. Well, we can kill this guy. Fine. It was 10 turns. I see, yeah. Well. Somehow we went through 4 turns without me really noticing, but what can you do? Okay, I'm gonna do this so that she heals up a little bit. Save her NP for next wave, and she'll get healed. Alright. Yeah, I'm planning on not using her NP this wave, definitely. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Yeah, thank you. So I could have rolled the dice to try to kill the berserker this turn, but I was worried that I think I'd rather kill both of these guys with my Saber Liz. Shit. Yeah, the taunt's annoying. Yeah, so that she gets the bonus. There's the chance that one of these will crit and will end up killing the berserker, but well, turns out not. Both SSRs are ones you want a lot. Yeah, but so you landed on rolling Okidalter first. Well, she's the one who came out first, right? But you said now you don't have any saved up for Kama. But yes, think you'll spend a bit? Well, yeah, good luck on that. I feel like every summer's pretty, can be pretty brutal, right? But the luck can be so variable, which can be really frustrating. You skipped it in NA? Oh. Yeah, for me, the servants in NA this year probably like decently high priority. I guess Summer Musashi and Summer Melt were my two top picks, really. But other than that, I guess compared to the previous summers where we had characters like Summer BB, Nero, Summer Nero, even Archer Artoria, Archer Jean. Those are characters I would say I tend to like a little more in terms of the summer servants. And you're gonna skip next year so that you can try another shot at what's her name? Bunny Artoria, right? Next year? That's the hope. Okay, so now... Oh, also, what's the overcharge on her NP? Does it do more damage? No, I think that's just burn or something. I really want to use Merlin's NP. His NP is running out. No, his NP is completely out. It's not. Yeah. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, I haven't really thought much ahead. I do know I want to pull Castoria. That's probably one of my top priorities next year. Yeah, you too, Castoria. And I would also still love to get Bunny Artoria. It's just she's still not that high of a priority. But other than that, I feel like I'd have a lot of fun with Castoria because I have a decent pool of art servants that I can play with, particularly Summer Mordred and Summer Musashi on my Korean account is NP2, which definitely makes her, well, super useful. Wait. Oh, okay, he just leaves if you leave him alone. Yeah. But besides that, I don't even remember what the next summer's actual summer servants are gonna be. But, you know, again, these are the kinds of things I like to check on, you know, later, once we're closer to the actual... Kiara and Abby. Oh! Okay, yeah, so those are like the polar opposites, huh? Give you a heal over time, and if you did it in one turn, it's big? I see. So that's what these buffs are. Yikes, that's big. Or that's a lot of turns, anyway. Okay, so I don't have any NPs ready. She is being targeted. I'm tempted to use the invul, but I'm also thinking if I can take care of this archer this turn, maybe I don't need to use the invul. So I'm gonna try that. What I'll do is go hard here. Alright, Ilya, Tomoe. Oh, Ilya's there. Nice. Okay. Oh, and Tomoe. Okay, I do remember seeing Tomoe Gozen summer version. She has a really nice one piece, like a very like a racer swimsuit. I think that's the feeling that I got. Looked really nice. I'd love to get that. Tomoe is the only waifu you like out of those? Okay, nice. I think I'd love to get Tomoe just based on the design. I like Tomoe's design quite a lot, both her archer version and the summer version. They're both really good. Okay, this guy has an invul buff. It's one turn and one hit. So I could get rid of it. I'm gonna use her invul because I think it's well worth using it to get it off cooldown for that one full turn. And I'm gonna use the Brave Chain for Liz because I want to get her NP up. I think that's a higher priority than trying to cycle Merlin's NP. So instead of using the Arts Chain, I'm gonna use her Brave Chain to really guarantee that we kill that Lancer. Yeah. Just having the normal version NP2, yeah, that's the way I felt about Musashi. That I'd be okay with not getting Summer Musashi because I already have her NP2, the original version, in my NA account. But I ended up pulling her NP2. Okita Alter is the first solid... Really? Scotty compatible? Oh. Oh yeah, saber looping is one that's been pretty troublesome, hasn't it? Isn't it? Also, that bot, I think I need to work on the pattern recognition a little bit. I think that's a false positive. Alright, so this one he has... Looks like he puts up that invul basically every time, so we need to eat through the invul with one hit. And it looks like the dodge... Like, it doesn't say one hit, one turn. It looks like it might be permanent. I'm not sure what to make of that. So I think I want to use the NP. AoE Quicksaber is Lakshmi. Yeah, I have Lakshmi on my KR account, and I do know that she's not really a looper at all. Yeah, you don't target a 5-star NP2, but sometimes you get it. And sometimes you get it even before you even get a single NP1 of the 4-star. Right. So we're gonna try to take down that Avenger. I'm gonna guess that if you take down the Avenger, you're gonna go on to the next wave. That this doesn't work by you having to kill everyone in the wave, but rather you just have to kill the boss. That would fit with the theme of Saber Liz's being like a 8-bit video game character. It's Ishtar. Oh yeah? Huh. I didn't remember that you pulled Ishtar NP2. Huh. Yeah, just when I first started playing FGO, I also got very, very lucky a few times with 5-stars, and it almost, I'm pretty sure it's not the case, but it almost makes me feel like did they make it so that it's extra lucky, right? When you begin, so that you get the fantasy that you might actually be able to pull most 5-stars, even though, of course, we all know you can't. Alright, so everyone can, or Lancer, Liz, and Merlin can both get their NPs up next turn. So that's not an issue. Thinking, I want to... I don't even know how many turns are supposed to be for a speed run, but I'm gonna go for this to do more damage to the dragon, just to help out killing him, because we need to kill him in a couple turns. 220 before you're on better SSR? Okay. Yeah, I know for everyone like me who got like 2 SSRs in the first 50 rolls, I think it was something like that. I know our Saber Artoria and Ruler Jean were and Altera. I'm pretty sure I got all 3 of them within like the first 150 rolls. And I just, I knew that I was super lucky, I guess. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do. I know I'm pretty sure I can kill... Actually, I'm not sure I can kill this guy this turn. So I'm actually just gonna use the invul. And let's use the Arts Chain to help out Liz. But yeah, I know, gacha games by design tend not to make it easy to keep track of your stats, because the more you can keep track of it, the more you can kinda learn to look at things rationally, I guess, or objective. Oh shit. Or at least it's easier to do that by actually looking at hard stats instead of just going by the feel. So with FGO, it's just, I don't know. Oh shit, that guy's gone. With Genshin, at least you can see partly the immediate past. But it's a shame that they got rid of a lot of the past. Alright, please, Buster! Oh shit, no! Okay, I might have to reset. Okay, I'm resetting. God damn it. I was pretty sure that Buster was going to be strong enough. Guess not. Alright, in that case, I need to choose a different set of cards because either just RNG or... well, probably some RNGs involved, but maybe not. But I need to switch something up and also make sure that Merlin's Arts card, I guess, just wasn't strong enough there, so I would need to use either a Buster Chain or a different character's card. First SSR after 2 months, and third after 8 months. Alright. Yeah, I'd say maybe 2 and 8 months might be on the slower side. I feel like 2 and 6 months, but like 8 months is not much further than that, right? And with FGO, because of the lack of pity, there's the variance is so high. It's really high. So free to play is getting, yeah, lots and lots of. Okay. Lots and lots of 5 stars or 0. It happens. So I'm gonna count on Liz, Beth, a Lancer not being strong enough to actually kill him. Yeah, okay, that worked out. So Liz, Saber Liz is getting a good number of buffs, so that's good. But I don't quite know if that's gonna be enough. We still have 2 more waves left, and we're getting to some pretty beefy guys. Pierce Invul, holy shit. I guess you can remove them, but I don't have a way to remove debuffs. Or remove buffs. Okay, looks like they can only get damage basically from Saberless, something like that. Oh, wait, they also have debuff immunity. Well, they can pierce Invul, so using Invul is kind of pointless. I'm gonna... yeah, well... I really want to have Merlin survive this turn, but... okay, I'm gonna use this on her to buff her NP next turn. Because this turn, I want to wait one more turn, basically. Let's work on the Archer, because Saber Liz is not going to do much damage against it. So his attacks seem pretty debuffed, so Lancer Liz is also going to be pretty debuffed. This moment... oh, yeah, okay, that's a shame. It's about to come out. Yeah, when you first start playing, right, you definitely get kind of much more overloaded with a lot of the Saint Chords, that's certainly true. Alright, so the Invul is pointless. Alright, we're gonna see just how much damage Liz can do against the Archer with class disadvantage. Her being single target with the event damage CE should allow her to do a lot of damage. Quite a lot, but even so, this enemy has a lot of HP. Okay, so enough to kill it with the Brave Chain at least. So that part's good at least. Which does mean that with a Brave Chain, she's able to kill any of these guys. She should have little trouble killing any of these guys with the Brave Chain proper. But one problem is staying alive that long. So here's what we're gonna do. Mosh is our sacrificial lamb here. And we're gonna use Brave Ellie's arts cards here to soften that guy a bit, and hopefully we'll get Saber Liz's NP up fully. That's the goal, and that means we'll be able to NP with her onto the demon next turn. Okay. And I think so. She doesn't have the Buster buffs other than this guy's buff here, so she might have some trouble killing the demon. But we're gonna try for it anyway. And the demon might end up killing Leonidas and at least taking away a guts. Okay, yeah, we can't kill this guy on this turn. That's... oh, and stunned him too. Okay, we have Arts Chain. Really wish I had a remove enemy debuff. Or remove enemy buff, I mean. Because the Pierce Invul is, I'm pretty sure, gonna bite me in the ass. Okay, he's dead. Shit. Well, that was pointless because, yeah, the enemies are immune to debuffs. Alright, well, at least he has a 3-turn taunt. Everything's still ready to go. Yeah, I don't think I can get Georgius's... oh no, I might be able to. I'm gonna do this because, here's my thinking. Georgius has class advantage against the demons, and the demon's gonna attack twice out of 3 moves on the enemy turns. So Georgius has a decent shot of surviving for at least another couple turns. Genshin Honey is back? Oh, nice. Oh shit, I forgot. Anyone not named Liz can't do much damage against these guys because of... okay, in that case, the arts trying to gain NP is not the most... but yeah, did they have to change the URL or something? Because yeah, I know, like oh, god damn it! I should have put Liz's card at the end for the extra damage. Okay, still got the taunt. But I'm pretty sure Georgios is the last guy remaining. Yeah, it was Honey Hunter World or something, right? That was the leak site, which also provided all sorts of information. Or Honey Impact, right? But then they got shut down, and... but now did the people who run this site start another site, basically, a different URL? Okay, so I'm pretty sure Georgios is gonna eat it this turn, which isn't too bad, because he's gonna give everyone an invul. Now, the enemy pierces invul, but the enemy also can't move this turn, and if we can actually kill him this turn... are we gonna be able to kill him this turn? That's a big open question. This is bad. This is a really bad hand. If I'd gotten even one more card from Liz, I'd be in a much better place, but... yeah. He's gonna eat through my invuls. At least the damage cuts did their job. Yeah, I'm gonna do this to help guarantee that we actually kill this guy this turn. Because I think that's pretty important. And next turn we'll be ready to go with NP from her. Now I don't know if just Liz and Merlin together will be enough to handle the final wave. I really did very little of looking at what's coming in these waves. Oh, it's just a dragon, but it's a rider, and we got Merlin. Oh, and we got a Brave Chain from her. Is it? I'm gonna use that invul now so that it goes on cooldown. I think it's actually worth it. Because it will save one full turn of any sort of defense. So next turn I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Brave Chain for Merlin. Kinda weird luck with the cards here. But let's see how much damage Liz Bathory can do here with the Brave Chain. With the arts, I don't know if the arts is a good thing or a bad thing here, but at least either way it will help refund her NP, which is something we want. Okay, so now she can NP again. But maybe instead of her NPing this turn, I can use Merlin's Brave Chain. Because, I mean, I don't know if trying to keep him alive is a great idea. Maybe just trying to finish things off with a Brave Liz solo might be the way to go. But the fact that I don't have any of Liz's cards there means that I think it might be just better to save Liz's NP. Oh shit. Okay, Merlin's gone. Alright, well, it's a solo. No heals. Well, other than this skill, which I don't even remember exactly what these do, but okay, so I'm gonna see if I can easy. Yeah, well, let's see. They did say that it's possible to solo this with Brave Liz. This isn't how one normally gets to a solo situation, but okay, so I'm actually gonna. So I thought her Brave Chain would be enough to actually break his bar, but clearly it isn't. So I'm gonna use a NP Brave Chain, Buster Arts instead of just the Brave Chain with her cards. But yeah, so at least I have Merlin's NP on Liz for the next 5 turns. Gives her a few heals, some free NP charge. I think that's it. No crit stars because Merlin himself is the only one who actually gives crit stars on his NP. But the question is, can I do enough damage quickly enough in that time? I don't know how many turns I have left. I have an invul in the Mystic Code. I have an invul on her. And I have a cooldown reduction that I can use to maybe use the invul twice. But that's basically it. I also have her... third skill, which I might just go ahead and use. It's just a complete roll of the dice, but I'm pretty sure every single effect is positive. I don't think there's a single effect there that's bad. So just rolling the dice when things aren't looking so great, I think that might be worth it. Nice! Alright, she almost cycled. With her taking damage this turn, she might be able to cycle. Yeah, I was expecting that. Shit. Okay, yeah, she cycled. And she's back to full HP. He just has a straight up defense buff, which I don't have the means to remove. Let's do this. And let's keep trying to cycle her NP. Again, Merlin's NP will continue to help her stay alive for a bit. But it's not gonna last forever. In the meanwhile, we need to do like a 1.5 million damage. And that's gonna be slow going. I still need to do that NP 6 more times if I want to kill him, and that's a lot. Crit. Well, at least the defense buffs and such are coming in useful. So let's see, let's actually read what these do. Oh, you can only use it at NP 100 or more. Right, I forgot about that part. Buster card up 3 turns. Invul 1 turn. HP heal up. Or damage up. 4 stars. Okay, so in an emergency I might want to use that for the invul. But other than that, not all that useful. So we're gonna go with Buster Arts, even though Buster Arts Buster will do more damage, because I do want to guarantee that she'll get that 11% HP or NP that she needs in order to fill her NP here. Next turn I'll use her invul. I don't think this is going to be worth it to try to cooldown reduce, so I'm going to go ahead and use the cooldown reduction now. And this turn, I'm going to use the Buster Brave Chain instead of trying to loop, because this is the only turn out of 5 or 6 that I have this Buster buff, so I'm going to make the most out of it. New Liz Servant. Yeah, I think Mecha Liz was the last one, right? I don't know. I wonder if maybe we're just done with Liz's, because we've had so many of them early on. Okay, 300k. Still need 3 more of those. Okay. That, and took that. Okay. So we're running low on time. I'm gonna use Arts Quick Arts just to increase the odds of her getting her NP back. Oh shit, she's gonna get her... Oh, I didn't expect that. Now the enemy does seem to be constantly getting defense buffs, which I'm not sure how to properly handle. That's bad. I still have 1 Guts to deal with, which is good, I guess. But that Buster Down debuff, 4 more turns, so there's no use trying to wait it out. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Her NP itself should do around 200k, I think. Probably less, given all the debuffs, actually. Yeah, 120k. And then the other hits just aren't all doing all that much. And now this turn, she's gonna get either lose her guts or get close to it. So she lost her guts. Yeah, basically I'm out of time. I can't win here because she's gonna die this turn. The only way I would win is if I used a command seal and then used her 3rd skill. Yeah. And then that third skill happened to remove debuffs or something. Alright, so that didn't work out. I wasn't really well prepared for the last wave. And I don't think... I'm not sure how to properly prepare for that last wave, to be perfectly honest. I might try another shot, but that was pretty fun. But I also kind of want to try the Achilles quest, because I want the reward from the Achilles quest. I want the eggs. But what does Achilles quest actually do? What's the actual thing here? Increase damage resist to normal attacks by 90%. Decrease damage resist to normal attacks from divine enemies by 20%. So you divine enemies. And NP damage resist by 80%. So you need face cards from divine characters. Male, non-caster, non-assassin. Target is preferred target. Singled out status. Target focus. Order change seal, skill seal, and NP seal to all enemies. Stun and command card seal to non-singled. Okay. 2 turns. Holy cow, and if there's no dual invitation candidate, then it raises his NP to full. A dual opponent, dual non-female, so okay, mainly male, but not necessarily. Non-caster and non-assassin. Divine Servant. Ups his crit damage. Yeah. Start the turn after the dual invitation is sent. Male Berserker DPS. Alter Ego, but no male alter egos. Critical performance. Divine trait on DPS. NPs which are otherwise sealed become... bonus damage against Greek mythology males. Oda... oh, Oda Berserker. Okay, Heracles and Arjuna Alter are both options, huh? Well, let's try just going in with a, do I have the support Arjuna Alter, actually? If I do, Co-Alter could work too. But I like Arjuna Alter being divine, right? MP5. And in the back, let's bring my own Herc, because Herc, of course, has disadvantage and everything. So Herc will always get the invitation, basically, because Merlin's a caster, and NPs are locked out during a duel, and normal cards must be used. On non-dual servants. Okay. So I don't quite know how this is going to work out, but shouldn't be too bad, I guess. I guess if we want to support him, a female would probably be a good support. I could just go with somebody like Jean. Taunt is also pretty good, but what about her? I haven't used her in a while. Or, oh, actually, because the target is a rider, maybe a support assassin like a Jack. You know, Jack's not strictly speaking support, but she does have very good support functions, including a short cooldown heal and an enemy buff remove. So maybe I should just give her... You know what? Passive crit stars might be the way to go instead of... Yeah, because even though Jack can make a lot of crit stars with her quicks, I think having her make stars passively instead of having to use her cards is the better way. So if I can use my 2030... Which, where do I have that anyway? I not have that favorited? Oh, it's already on her. And the enemy's a male, so I can use the anti-male defensive. In the back... Maybe instead of him, somebody else who can support... Provide some offensive buffs. Do I have any good assassin buffers? You know what? He's not a bad option. He provides decent... He might die, but we'll see how this team manages. So yeah, we have divine male enemy DPSs basically in the form of Arjuna Alter in the front and Herc in the back. Now Herc doesn't have his Bond CE that we normally use, but the nice thing is the event damage CE does offer a guts, so he still at least has 2 guts to play with. But it's not a great situation because you're still losing out on 2 guts, and every single guts is essentially 1 extra turn. Alright, we have a Brave Chain by Jack, so let's use that. Yeah, unfortunately these cards aren't great, but with Jack we should be able to make a good amount of crit stars. Oh, it looks... Does he not do the duel thing until you break his bar once? I could see that. I want to use Merlin's Brave Chain, but I also want to use Arjuna Alter's NP next turn, so I'm gonna go with this. Or the second part is horrible? Okay, yeah, that's, I guess, yeah, that's the sense that I got, that after the enemy actually gets a, starts doing the duel, that's when things get really tricky. Although, things are getting tricky right now. Alright, let's use Arjuna Alter. And I'm gonna use this to heal him. Unfortunately, I can't use it for the buff right now. But we can use Arjuna Alter this way. Let's do that. I really wish his arts card got the crit instead, so that he could cycle his NP. Okay. Should still return a decent amount of NP, right? Oof, yeah, because of all the defense buffs he has. Okay, good. Gonna be able to cycle. Or, no, break his bar. Not quite gonna be able to cycle, unfortunately. But if he can attack Merlin here, that'd be quite good. Nice. Okay, I can take that. And that's good. I'll take it. Pretty lucky. Let's remove the crit buffs. Yeah, now it's Arjuna Alter who's gonna be dueling, right? Again, I'm not sure what this dueling thing looks like, but let's find out. Okay, Buster Crit did decent damage, even without the hero creation buff. Shit. Damn it, I wanted to use Merlin's Invul for Arjun, yeah, this guy's NP, but now I can't. Well. Alright, so now we're in a situation where, okay, Arjun Alter is the only one who can attack. I can't use these at all. And Arjuna Alter is the one who's going to be targeted. So why don't we just try this? See how much damage he's gonna do here. Because his damage should be completely allowed to go through at this point, I believe. I should have just tried to buff Arjuna Alter instead of trying to keep Merlin alive. I think that was unfortunately a foolish endeavor. Arjuna Alter is gonna eat it this turn. But before he goes, he's NP sealed. Fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, what? That doesn't work? Shit. Okay, in that case, I'll just have to use his regular Buster Brave Chain. God damn it. And hope that at least one of these busters crits. I think this last one I think had a guaranteed crit actually. If not guaranteed, it was pretty close. Yeah. Fortunately, oof, Arjuna Alter had to eat it. But now we have Herc in the back to do 1.6 million damage. Which, will he be able to pull that off? Let's see. I think I can count on Mosh surviving. But let's use her Brave Chain here. Now this turn I'm pretty sure Anderson... No one's gonna be targeted, he's just gonna NP, right? Okay, yeah, he's gonna NP now. We're gonna protect some folks. Protect some folks. We'll protect him. We'll protect her. Otherwise, everyone will be left to their own devices. I think if Mosh eats it, that's actually not too bad. So we're gonna overcharge Mosh's NP up to 500%, so we're gonna have a pretty sizable defense buff. I'm pretty sure even through the defense buff, Hans is gonna eat it. He has defensive class disadvantage being a caster. Oh, no, he's got invul, but Mosh is gonna eat it. Sorry, yeah. I think even with that, Mosh is gonna eat it, but that's okay because Anderson's generally not gonna be targeted as long as Herc is on the field. Just don't like Herc as the finalist here. He is... Being a berserker, right, he's just so fragile, and without his Bond CE, he can't last that many turns. He does have options to help him last a good number of turns, but it's still very troublesome. Do a lot of damage with Jack here. I thought that was gonna happen. Alright, so I'm pretty sure Hans is gonna eat it. I think Jack has a good chance of surviving, and Mosh has a decent chance of eating it. Yeah, Hans ate it. Mosh almost ate it, but she survived. And now Herc is out here, which I think is alright, because I don't want Herc by himself, I think. It's not a bad thing to have him here. And now, so the enemy's gonna do a duel. I'm gonna go ahead and buff him. But what I'll do is, in fact, use Jack's quick Brave Chain instead of using Herc's cards, so that we have a full crit, full 50 crit stars next turn. Oh shit. Okay, let's remove his crit buff. I'm gonna go for that Buster Chain. I really want that Herc Buster crit with his own crit buff. Still not as much as I'd like, but at least it's doing some good damage. Oof, Mosh is almost dead. Okay, now Herc's the one who's gonna get targeted. I'm gonna go for this, for the combination of damage and arts. But I'm also worried that he's not gonna get that much NP from this. Like, he might not be able to NP until another 2 turns, and by that point it might be too late. Oh, he's got his NP actually. I'm gonna use that invul on him. And we're gonna go for his Buster Brave Chain with those cards. But what's gonna happen next turn? Something's run out of time next turn, and I'm not sure what. Okay, so now alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reduce the cooldown on her. So she's gonna protect everyone this turn. Yeah, that'll buy us at least one more turn. I'm also gonna do this because I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to use that guts after the duel gets called. Do I want to use Jack's NP? I think I do. Actually, no, I think I'll save Jack's NP for next turn. This turn I'll use the Buster Chain and hope that Herc can do damage. Oh, thank you. I mean, to be fair, I read up on the quest before I went in, right? So that's definitely a big factor, just reading up on it and learning about it. So being able to go in with basically a pretty well-prepared team. Now here's a high-risk turn. If Herc gets targeted here, we're twice or more, we're done for. So this is pretty high risk. I'm hopeful that the defense buff that he has will help him. But we'll see. You've never actually looked beforehand? Yeah, I like to do that just because these quests can take so damn long that I feel like it's just worth it to not waste too much time, basically. Shit. Okay, he ate through the guts. In that case, I got nothing else to do here other than use Herc's Buster Brave Chain with the crits here and hope that this is going to be enough. If it's not, then I need to rely on Jack essentially soloing it, but that might be quite a stretch. There's too high of a chance of Herc not surviving this next turn. It's just a shame that he has all these defense buffs when I have to use his NP. Because, yeah, Herc eats it. Jack survives. But Jack might eat it this turn. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to help her out here. So she's probably gonna die this turn. Yeah. So yeah, this is a very tough quest. I need to go harder, basically, There's not a whole lot of options when it comes to actually bursting this guy down using a really safe character, because you have to essentially use a berserker, a male berserker, right? And the berserker is just gonna die very quickly against this guy. Could see maybe Cool Alter working? I'm gonna try one more shot with Cool Alter, but I guess I'll end the stream after that. Now, Cool Alter doesn't have much in the way of buffs. Like, he doesn't have any divine traits, which is troublesome. But other than that, I think also I want to give... Let's just bring him along so that we can help Cool Alter NP very often. I think helping these folks NP a lot and also buffing them... Like, if I can buff the Buster... Maybe I'll try this. This is in some ways a weaker team, but I do think Hans wasn't contributing that much to the previous team. I think this has the chance of working. But yeah, let's try this. Let's see. So far today, I've managed to at least beat one, which was the Triple Gorgon, but every other one I've failed, and they've each take a long time, right? That's part of the issue. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through these before the event ends. I might stream tomorrow, but I also have my NA account to do in terms of that, so a lot to work through. So what I'm going to do here is actually this. I'll use his invul. Alright, thank you for the good luck wishes and good night. Thanks again for coming by. Have a good sleep. It's always nice to have people coming by, because I wasn't really planning on streaming tonight until very recently. So, but yeah, let's see. I really do want to get this through. But that does mean being pretty aggressive with a lot of skills and stuff. Cool Alter being single target is going to help at least a little bit, I think. Let's try to cycle Merlin's NP. And also use Cool Alter's NP, of course, right? Cool Alter still has one dodge left. So Cool Alter's gonna get his NP up. We'll be able to probably break his bar next turn then. If not, then we should be close. The NP will do a good chunk of damage. Oh yeah, we can definitely break his bar. We might be able to break his bar without an NP, actually. Oh, that'd be good. If I can use his NP right off the bat, that'd be pretty damn helpful. I really hope this stun lands. The stun landing would be Really, really helpful. One full turn of avoiding damage, please. Damn it. Okay, he has defense against that kind of stuff, huh? Alright. Well, I just need to hope that he doesn't do some very unlucky crits then. Well, he did do some unlucky crits. Oh shit! Well, very unlucky crits then. God damn it. Okay, losing waiver this early on is... It's bad, it's really bad, not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna get Masha's NP up. Provide some defense buffs. Yeah, let's try to cycle some NPs. I think Mosh getting that overcharged NP off is going to be pretty helpful. And I'll be able to use Cool Alter's second skill if he gets targeted with at least one hit. I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep him protected with his second skill pretty consistently, if not all the time. Okay, we can take that. It's okay too. It's okay too. He's NPing. Instead of the cooldown reduction, I will go ahead and use the invuls. Yeah, I think that's well worth it. I want to put myself into a very, very good position for right after I break his bar. See that. Wasn't sure exactly what I wanted from that hand. Not a great hand overall, but one of the things I did want is for Merlin to get his MP up. Okay, excellent. Nice! That works out very well. Reduces crits. Do this. I do need to be a little more offensive here so that I can actually break his bar. I think that Buster might be strong enough, but it also might not. I'm really not sure. But this way we have an overcharged Mosh NP to help protect us for a little bit. So her first skill is going to come off cooldown in a turn or two, so we'll have decent coverage with all the defense buffs, which we certainly do need plenty of defense buffs, right? Okay, good. We can break his bar in just one turn at this rate. Live with that. Yeah, let's do that. It's a compromise between NP gain and breaking his damn bar finally. Okay, now with all the defense buffs available to Cool Alter, we're in a pretty decent place. But I am worried that Achilles is gonna use the dual thing. So what I'm actually doing now is reducing his cooldown and activating his protection from arrows because I'm out of the dodges now. And this turn, we're gonna use his NP. That Arts Chain's pretty juicy, but we want to use his NP to do just a shit ton of damage, and the damage cut from that card's gonna be pretty useful too. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna back up, because I just realized Achilles is gonna lose a bunch of all those buffs, the defense buffs, when the duel is set up. So I want to have Coolter's NP ready for when the duel gets set up. So this turn, the fact that I have 3 of Coolter's cards on means I'm just gonna use those 3 cards for a regular Brave Chain. I think that's more worth it than trying to use his but NP Brave Chain. Yeah, I think that's more likely to work out. The nice thing, at least, is, I mean, Herc is pretty limited in how much he can do, but I'm pretty sure he can pull off almost 1,000,000 damage by himself at the end if it comes down to it. It's just the dual state, I'm just not sure how to manage that properly. Yeah, this turn we're gonna use his Brave Chain, because Mosh and Merlin probably won't be able to do much next turn anyway. They'll get stunned if the duel activates. So this turn, using the Arts Chain's not exactly the best idea. Okay, now we've run into the duel situation. That's really a shame. Why is change? It's unremovable. In that case, let's just use these, and the damage cut will be helpful because right now he's basically naked. I got very unlucky last turn with him getting targeted twice and losing his protection from arrows. Ah. Okay, he's gonna go down. Damn it. Really wish I could have used his NP. This really blows. The NP seal is definitely really killer, so having a Buster Crit style servant would definitely help, right? Maybe I should just work on getting Mosh dead then. I guess you could also go in with the male... Not a male non-berserker, I guess, but I'm just not sure what that option would look like. Okay. I hope I can get Mosh killed soon, because I'd rather have Leonidas up with and Merlin than Mosh, because Leonidas can provide that Buster buff to to Herc, which is, of course, very beneficial for a Buster Servant like him. Okay, good. Masha's dead. We can live with that. Okay. Let's do that. Wasn't sure if I wanted to use the Buster Chain, but I think it's better to use Merlin's NP this turn and maybe try to get Herc's NP going, or maybe not, I'm not sure, but either way, only had one of Herc's cards there, so I wasn't going to be able to do that much damage in any case. Okay, looks like he's decided to give Leonidas the duel. Not a bad thing right now. Because I probably would have wanted to taunt with him in general anyway. Let's try going for damage here. I thought the damage CE is just not going to do a whole lot, unfortunately. At least he can take up some turns while Herc gets his NP up, right? So there's that benefit, I guess. Herc's going to be able to get his NP up. Make some crit stars. There he goes. Alright, well, at least we NP sealed then. Can live with that. He's got all the defense buffs. And just go straight damage, yeah. Oof, god damn. Alright, Merlin's gone. I think I'll save the invul for a different turn. This turn, let's just try going straight damage here. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do 1.7 mil, like, before he dies. Especially with all the damage but defense buffs that he has, it's just not going to work. Basically doing normal damage. Alright, now he's activated that. I really wish losing the skill... Yeah, losing the ability to use the skills seems like kind of a bullshit move if this is supposed to represent a duel. It just seems bizarre to me that if this is supposed to be truly a one-on-one duel between two competitors using their best abilities and stuff, I should get access to all of my abilities. But what can you do? Can't NP, I can't use the skill. I can't protect him anymore, there's nothing else I can do. Alright, I guess that's it for today then. So sadly, couldn't get through any of the challenge quests other than the Gorgon one, which was pretty fun. I might try more attempts at these in my Korean account tomorrow, but if I'm streaming tomorrow, I'm almost definitely going to also do the NA ones as well, or maybe only those. So yeah, we'll see. The Korean event, in Korea the event ends earlier because it started earlier, and I'm not sure if I want to spend more apples and stuff, because I feel like it'd be good to save some up for the Christmas event, which has a better lottery, but it's also got a shorter lottery in terms of time. But we'll see. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.